What's up? Debbie says that she just listened to what came out of a certain creator's arse and she cannot sleep now. Well, wait till you hear what's going to come out of this creator's arse. You'll never sleep again. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what you're talking about, but I hope you feel better. Idiot. I know, just like what the... Sorry, I should have taken that a little more serious. Oh, the cow's mouth. Never mind. Dee says she's glad I'm on. She can't sleep. Well, happy to make your acquaintance. Good to see you guys. Good to be here. That's a good question. Where are you watching? Where? From where? Annabella. Annabella's Hanés. It's fire. It's a fire name. Let's see here. Anyway, welcome. Well, let me turn this down a little. Mike is too hot. Mike is too hot. Mike is still too. Mike is hot, baby. All right, good to see you guys. Apologies about I know I canceled two lives in a row, the same one, back to back. Just in all honesty, I don't do that lightly. There were reasons that I'm not going to share. Whenever I share something, not with you guys, it's just some little psycho sitting in the corner going, Josh said this and he did that. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to tell you. And then I end up not caring and then telling you anyway. So anyway, but it really... Pink eye. Good God. One day, that will go away. I get it. You know, I get that people like the pink eye thing. I understand. And Linda started it, which is a whole nother story. And, that can be dealt with at a different time. Yeah, it's so funny that you say that. Let me see, Celeste. That I never opt in. I never opt in for the gifts but I don't really spy much. Usually, like if I'm in a chat, I'm in a chat and I don't really care if people know that I'm there. But I have seen people that that absolutely despise me with every little hint of their soul. They hate me for some reason. And so they'll get gifted a membership, and I'm like, yeah. That's my favorite. I don't have pink eye. You guys spy for me. I appreciate it. I have seen that, though. It's like, dude, who could hate you? A lot of people. I shut off gifting if I speak in chat. It's pretty good stuff. Who could hate me? A lot. You'd be surprised. Some of it warranted, some of it not. But that's okay. I'm completely comfortable with it. Like it's like today. So the reason I canceled today's live earlier was because a silver alert went off in my area, like close, within like half a mile. And so I went and helped look Turns out I was looking in the completely wrong direction. I did not find the lady, but she was found, which is really kind of what we're going for there. You know what I'm saying? And I was happy about that. Very, very happy. But I couldn't sit there. I just had to do something. It was so close. So close. And it was like an 86-year-old woman. And I just, for the life of me, was like, I just know that if that was one of my, the weird thing was I saw people online, like locally, complaining that their phone made too much noise when it happened. They were like upset. They're like, because to be fair, the earthquake alarm and the silver alert and amber alert are both the same. So, but if you change it and it's not as obnoxious, then people won't actually care. You don't want it to be a little ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, because that's not going to do much. It's the And like I said, all I know is that if that was me and my family, that I personally would absolutely want somebody to look for me. And so, yeah, it's yeah, her and her little dog was found. Now I think, and I don't know what I haven't heard exactly what went down. But let me see here. I'll show you here. Oh, she had dementia too, which is like, we change screens here. Pow. And bam. How are we doing? How's that stream health looking there? Let me see. Stream health says excellent, but I don't believe it. Is it still excellent? Okay, well, nope, not really. It's not as excellent as it should be. Great. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there she is. And she was found. She was found, which is very nice. And then I got to spend time with little Pepe. Yesterday was Peyton's 20th birthday, and we had dinner, and that was awesome. And I heard Prayer Gardens talking about a tapeworm. I was watching my boy John Davis earlier. And he was, by the way, great channel. If you want to, if you're just check, he's good. They're very level-headed humans, and we don't have a lot of that going around these days. But a tapeworm, jeez, that is nasty. But anyway, she was found, and. But yeah, it was so close. Like, I've never gotten an alert that was that close to home. Like, I've gotten ones that were within within miles, but this was inside of a mile. It was probably closer to right about a half a mile. And they said she was on foot. They said that she had a dog and a walking stick, and that she had dementia. And I was like, what the hell is going on? But anyway, she's found. So I think she got on the wrong bus. I swear. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but see, God dang it. Did he do steak? He did not do steak. No. No, he didn't. Did I hear Peyton got married? No, you didn't hear Peyton got married. What you heard was Peyton didn't get married. What Peyton did was he got engaged. So, no. Not as of yet. Hey, what the hell is going on here? We're just like crashing left and right. Error, poor. I wish they'd do those. Golly. Just total chaos again. Just pull this over here a little bit. Bum, bum. See if this helps at all. Probably not. Stream health error. YouTube is not receiving enough video. It's just like I love it. This makes me. This chaps my ass harder than anything of all time. I legitimately tested not yesterday, but I tested this the other day, and like everything was smooth. I like this program so much better, but I can't use it because it sucks. Like, it's good, but it sucks. I for an hour, I went through all the settings. I went through we did it all. We did everything. It's like, I can't stand it. It drives me nuts. Like, legitimately, this is how mental I am. I want to just stop, like, right now. I just want to just, you know what? Like, if this isn't going to work right, I don't want to do that. I get so annoyed at this. And I was just like, you know what? Just hang it up. Just it's a cursed stream. It's cursed. Be done. Just go away. You know? Because I tested this the other day for God knows how long, at least an hour, if not more. At least. And everything was good. The stream, I was watching the stream health. I had changed the latency. I had changed the buy rates, the that, and then all of a sudden we have issues again. Now it says stream is healthy. It's depressing. It really is. I'm cursed. I don't know. I'm cursed by everything. It's I don't know who has cursed me. Yeah, OBS is awesome. It's the functionality of it is fantastic. Especially when you get it figured out. But like when it sucks, it sucks. Did you change your microphone? Yeah, I did. I'm just using a different one with a different filter on it. With this probably isn't interesting to you guys, but yeah, one with a little more depth, or at least testing it. Nobody, trust me. Nobody notices the difference in the sound, probably, except for me, which is like, that's a problem too, you know. One of my other issues. And, but anyway, I digress from that as well. But yes, I am using a different microphone. Somebody said, I heard about worms. Who in their right mind would talk about themselves? Worms. I don't know. Did you notice it? That's good. Thank you. I appreciate that. But anyway, I don't know. I saw on the, what was it? The Summer Wells Vanished Facebook page that a lot of really cool people mod for, but somebody I saw, because I don't watch the Wells Boy. I can't watch him because his stutter is enormous, and it gets worse with every addy that he pops and snorts and whatever. And now he's kissing Candace, but I can't. But I heard him say that, everything, but he said something about Trevor. And I'm just like, dude, shut up. What's fucking wrong with you? I'll make a video about you. Whatever, dude. I'll make a video. You imagine that? Oh no! Don't make a video! Oh no! So stupid. I've seen a couple of your videos. They suck. No offense. Or offense, I don't care. But they do suck. Every one of them. There's not one video you've ever done that was any good. And I would tell you. I would be completely honest with you. But they suck. Yeah, he solved the case for sure. For sure. He did well. He said he's making a video about CM lying. Yeah, good. Yeah, that hasn't been done before. That's a totally original idea. Nobody's ever thought to try to slander or say everybody's lying except, what the hell is wrong with him? So he's going to make a video about CM lying. What a novice idea. He's really a genius mind. I mean, that's really all I can say about it, is that he's a genius. He's just a genius in hiding. His genius is more of like, it's not really legend, it's more myth, because like you hear about it from him, I think, but nobody's ever seen it. It's like Bigfoot, Like a lot of people claim to have seen it, but nobody has proof of it. That's the vibe that I'm getting from that section of the universe. Yeah, he solved the case, dude. Just solved it. Everything's solved. Everything's good. Everything's under control. Just whatever. So another felon telling a retired trained police officer lied on the Wells. I mean, it's standard. But I did want to see if I could play this. There's this guy. He'll probably see this, and I don't really care, but he might not see it. I don't know what he's doing. Probably doing another review of a Stanley Cup, but there's this guy, Bob G, a.k.a. Bob Green. You see him kind of around, and he's got apparently he's got a major beef with PG about her edits. about about her cropping like stuff on. I don't care. Bob doesn't bother me. I don't know anything about the guy. I do know. I don't think he likes me because like people have done videos on me before, and he's like commented like, "Yeah, expose them all." I've seen that before. People have sent me that, and but I mean, I don't care about that. It's just whatever. But yeah, he's got a problem with her memes. Let me see if I can just. I don't even want to show it. Like, let me see if you can just hear it. I guess I can show it. I don't know. All right. Every time we transfer, though, the stream goes to shit.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
Bob Green here.
Bob Green here. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Vietnam.
Well, it is a certain missing child's birthday today, and I'm not going to mention the name of the child. However, there was a creator, and I'm not
He's annoying.
going to mention the name of that creator.
Now, John Davis, who, by the way, congratulations, John Davis, True Crime, on 8,000 subscribers. One of my favorites. I love the channel, and good guy, funny guy, and clever as all get out. So I respect that. There's a lot of numbskulls around, and it's fun to actually watch somebody who's, quick. He's quick. It's funny. It's got a very funny.
Either because she'll just cry because and claim that I'm picking on her, so I'm not even going to mention her name. However, she took.
I did notice though the non-name mentioning is like John Davis, Trevor, Justin. I personally like PG especially when she gets going, dude. Like she counters the wells pretty well, but he's some people like her, some people don't. Some people like me, some people don't.
This image right here that you're looking at, and she placed the head of that missing little girl's head right over the head of this child here, photoshopped it. And then down here in the bottom corner right there, she took the head image of a deceased little boy and placed it down here. A deceased little boy calling a missing little girl to wish her a happy birthday. I mean, what poor taste that is. Absolutely disgusting, if you ask me. Unbelievable. What do you guys think?
Well, Bob, let me go back here. I'll tell you what I think about it. I think that it's not something that I personally would do. However, I don't think that she's doing it to be disgusting. She may do a lot of things that you don't like. I don't think she's actually doing it to piss people off, whether it be right or wrong or whatever. It's not something I would do. But I'm not going to say that I'm disgusted. I'm not going to say that I'm upset about it. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that people do that I do not appreciate or anything like that. I don't think that she's doing it to be offensive. And, that's not going to be a good enough. That's not a good, I'm not trying to talk anybody down. I'm just saying that's what I think, Bob. I don't think that she's doing it to be gross. I think that maybe she feels different about it. I don't know. I try not to concern myself overly with things like that because I don't know first of all, I don't know what would change. Second of all, it's not, like I said, I don't think PG accused Bob G of eating Cheetos in her back chat in his undies. Why would he do? Why would he be doing that? He didn't do that. Come on, he didn't do that. That doesn't strike me as I don't know, Bob. I'm just saying he doesn't seem like the eating Cheetos in his undie type. Right? I mean, maybe he does. Maybe he does. I don't know if he does. But as for like poor taste, like I said, I wouldn't do it. But I wouldn't make a video about it. I mean, I wouldn't. I'll talk about it. But I certainly wouldn't make a video about it. I mean, like if somebody's sitting there and they're intently let me see here. If somebody is sitting there and they're doing it to like piss people off, I don't know if she's doing that, man. I don't think she would do that. Maybe she does do it. I don't know. Maybe she's a sinister person. That PG was attacking everyone over Summer's pick on the Christmas tree. Oh, I didn't see that after she put that out, though. That was wild. I didn't see that. Yeah, look, if you're going to criticize people and the stuff that they put out, it's going to come back. I get criticized all the time. Part of the game. I don't care. And more power to you. However, if you're going to attack other people's stuff, they're going to come back at it. I'm just saying that I don't think that what she's doing out of malice. That's it. I just don't think that she would do that like purposely. Maybe I just don't think that. But why does it make you sick? Like it makes you sick? Why does it make you sick? I can understand. I can understand not liking it, but sick makes you sick. When somebody says like something makes them sick, like it gives you a visceral reaction in your stomach, like you get a little bit nauseous. That's what happened? All right. It's fine. I mean, I guess. Sick? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it makes me sick. I'll tell you what makes me sick. There are many things that make me actually sick, but not, I don't know if that makes me sick. I'm not saying I like it. I'm not saying I dislike it. I don't really have an opinion. Not something I would do. Not something I care to do. Not something that I've really even thought about, to be honest. And now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't make me sick. Is that bad? Well, look, I don't Mountain Cat, there's a lot of people that watch me that also watch PG, and PG and I have had our things before, but they were so petty. It didn't even matter. And, it's weird AF to put missing and deceased kids on heads on other bodies. Weird and disgusting, making you sick are different things, right? To me, they're different things. They're different things, but I get it. Well, what this is when people don't like somebody, that's when they take the shot at them that they do. It's the same thing. Like, oh, they're a terrible person. It sounds like they don't even like each other for whatever reason. So once again, my question is, I don't know why people watch people that they don't like. I don't know. I would never watch somebody that I didn't like. Or at least I didn't find interesting. Maybe he finds her interesting. I don't know. I wouldn't watch, though. If I don't like you and you're not interesting, I'm not going to watch. Now, if you're a psychopath and like you're a little bit interesting, yeah, I'll probably watch something. But as somebody who has cropped many photos, even recently, but that's fine. Some people just like to complain. I'm not saying that that's what Bob's doing, and this isn't about you, Bob, so don't get mad, make a video about me. You can go comment on a video that people don't like me, but whatever. I've seen the guy a couple times. I liked his Stanley review, but I just don't understand, like, why would you watch somebody that you don't like, that you find disgusting, that's what people do. They thrive on it. It's called hate watching or watching from the bush. All these like little lame ass things that people say, which is weird to me. But like I said, I don't think that she did it. I don't think she's doing it. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not co-signing it, and I'm not saying I'm condemning it. I'm just saying I think that intentions have to be looked at. A lot of things get taken. I'm not saying that this is that case, but a lot of things get taken out of context as well. And I've noticed that just in general, whenever somebody says something, you never get the full context of it. The sentence or two sentences before and two sentences after. You get kind of just the middle isolation of it. And I don't think that that's proper. But once again, I'm also not one of those people that are going around going, gotcha, you said this. Ha, 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 ha. That's not really my style either. And context, intent, I think all that stuff matters. I do. Some people don't. Some people don't think intent. I don't think she intended to make Bob personally sick. Maybe she did. Maybe she knew Bob didn't like it so much that she did. That she's like, I'm gonna get you, Bob Green. You're done. I'm gonna get you, Bob Green. Right? And she's like, but I don't think that's what she's doing. Maybe it is. A lot of things on here get twisted due to others' perceptions. Oh God, trust me, if I'm not one to witness it, not only do I not witness it, I mean, it's who the hell is Bob Green? Yeah, I guess I would say that it is poor taste, but I wouldn't say but again, poor taste and being deliberately malicious are different to me. I don't lump all that, saying, like, there are levels to this, and I don't think that she's doing it out of like spite and harm. Poor taste is something different. Poor taste is maybe ignorance, maybe whatever, but in all fairness, Bob G sucks too. I mean, yeah, but yeah, sure, poor taste. I think, yeah, I would say poor taste. But once again, the intention is Bob Green is ever present, hiding in the bushes. Bob, are you there, Bob? You there? Yeah, I don't know. If he's here, yeah, I mean, probably not, but who cares? I think she thought it was sweet. I think so too. I mean, you know, and in her mind, who knows? I don't know. The frig am I supposed to know? No, he's not part of anything. He's just a guy with a YouTube channel. He had an opinion about something that Prayer Gardens did, and I saw. I didn't even care to talk about this. I just saw John did a video, and it was really funny. And I was just going to shout out John's video because I like John. Bob G is anti-Team Wells. Yeah, he is. One thing that he did do, I saw him call. He called the CPS office and told on Don and Tim that they were accusing them of being the ones that stole Summer, I believe. I liked that. I didn't think that was in poor taste. Once again, I wouldn't have done it. And you know. The cream will rise to the top, and Josh is rising. Air fryers and disgusting dog habit conversations is key to success. I probably spent an hour and a half in the floor today rolling around with the dogs, and Macho stomped right on the center of my head, and he found it funny. Yeah, it's the same dude that. I don't know. Yeah, it's the I think he's pals with Lisa. So he was a little turd, dude. Absolute turd. They love to play, but well, Mama, I don't know. It makes Bob sick. Like he gets physically sick from it. So. It maybe it is hurting somebody. Bob's a somebody. Now, I don't think he gets physically sick. I think he's being dramatic. And I think that he's trying to get his point across in a way where, you know. So what is it? Poor taste. So it's in poor taste and it makes you sick and you're disgusted by it. Well, that's the trifecta. That's the trifecta. But I don't think it makes him sick. It may make him angry. Well, like I said, I wouldn't have called because I'm sure they've heard it. Yeah, I mean, the best way to not get upset about that kind of stuff is to not watch the people that make you sick. Josh, what's the update on Allie? I haven't been in a live chat for a long time. Thank you. I believe that she has passed, from what I understand. Arabian Horses Forever says, I think Bob is a good guy. And I really like John Davis True Crime. His style is completely unique and good. It draws me in. Look, totally. I'm sure Bob is a great guy. I have no reason to say that he is or he isn't. I'm just saying that, intent matters. Yeah, from what I understand, that Justin confirmed. I didn't find out how, but it's very sad. I like Bob and Bob. Does Bob have a name? I mean, is he like a thing? People like him. People know who he is. It's legit, dude. I still don't believe it made you sick. That's all I'm saying. Sick. Angry, annoyed. Well, I can see that. Allie passed on the 19th. Called the funeral, Justin. Did he really? I would never do that either, but the only reason I wouldn't do it is because that seems like a lot of effort. Seems like a lot of effort to me. Like I said, I didn't keep up with it. I assumed that what I was being told, but like I wasn't in it. Like what I mean is, like I wasn't calling to find out, and I wasn't tracking what was going on because I clearly stated that it was none of my business, and that I didn't care. That I mean I cared for the fact that like it was sad, but that it just didn't do anything for me and affect my life. So that's just why I wouldn't do it. But the speculation was getting out of hand, so somebody had to do it. I'm just not the guy. That's all I'm saying. That's not me. I'm just not gonna do that. Has to be done. Somebody's got to do it. It's like snipers over in Afghanistan, where they're like sniping women dressed up like, I don't know, nuns that are carrying explosives under their garb. I don't know what you would call that. Somebody's got to. I don't want to take care of it, but somebody's got to, and thank God for the people that do, Somebody's got to do something about it. It's just not going to be me. And I think that's kind of fair. That's fair, right? No? Is that fair? It's fair. Chad, is that fair? I think it's fair. And it makes me sick. I think for us is the fact that she implied Summer is deceased. Happy about it. And yeah, I don't think she is happy. I wouldn't say she's happy about it, but there's definitely an implication. Yes, I would agree with that. Why do tapeworms keep coming up in the chat? What is going on with this tapeworm business? Who's got a tapeworm? Somebody got a tapeworm? I don't even really know what a tapeworm is. Like, is that a real thing? People get those? That's exactly what it's like. Oh, from eating undercooked pork. I don't know. I've never done that. I'm one of those kind of people that pork especially is something that should probably be cooked very well. And if you think that it's going to make you lose weight, I mean, it may, from you getting sick and almost dying. Peanut. Jody Sue, John says that you're coming around. Is that true? Are you coming around to him? I think you are. I'm just kidding. I don't know if you are or not. Wells boy kissing Candace is gross. She must stink really bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she does or not. Have no idea. Must stink really bad. Can you get Jody Sue? Can you give me any inclination that John Davis is working on you just a little bit? I'll be the intermediary. I will lobby your I will lobby back what you say to him. Yeah. Bob's going to find himself on one of PG's memes. That's going to, God knows what's going to happen there. I think I've been on one of her memes. I think I was like a baby in a diaper, like a fat baby in a diaper. Why do all these guys want to kiss Candace? I don't know all these guys that want to kiss Candace. Who are all these guys? I don't want to. Well, look, dude, Eric, either her nose is broken, either Candace's nose is broken, or she has blown out her septum with something. I don't know. It's one or the other. There we go. See, John, you keep it up, dude. I'm sure she said it's not, but I mean, there's something obviously wrong there. His peanut points are spot on, so I have been enjoying those. Keep up the good work. Yeah, something happened to it. Let's see. Cow, which is Daisy. That's where you get the farting cow emoji, because I think she's threatened to fart on people before, which is in poor taste. It doesn't make me sick, Bob. It doesn't. It doesn't make me sick, but it probably would if she farted on me. But it's poor taste for sure. Also said a few nights back, when Jesus comes back, he's taking all the kids first, but the Satan is going to fool us. Aliens did it. What? Oh, man. Now that's funny. Yeah, I've heard that too. You know why I don't want to talk about the tribulation, and I do not want to talk about the rapture, but I'm going to just for a second. But that's what I saw that in, what was it, the Left Behind movies, the ones that scared the shit out of me as a kid. That the people were saying, "Oh, it was aliens," and then later on they find out that it wasn't aliens. But they're not taking. it never, nowhere in the Bible does it say the kids are going first. It actually says the dead people go first. The dead in Christ shall rise. Isn't that right? I don't know, dude. I don't know how that works. I don't know how any of it works. I don't know much about the rapture, and I don't know how, but it does say the dead in Christ shall rise, which I would just assume. But this is a whole this is like a theologian. I don't know, man, because when somebody dies, where does their spirit go? I don't know. I'm sure that there are people that have an opinion, but I don't know. So, are the spirits still in the body and then they go? I don't know, but I know that aliens aren't gonna friggin' do it. You know, God.
And Fat Josh over there, let me tell you something, big boy. I've outworked your ass by far, honey. You just wished you could outwork me. Oh boy. I guarantee you've been grifting for years. You've never held a job. And let me tell you something, oh boy. You wished you could get through nursing school, fatty. You want to talk about somebody's weight? You better look in the mirror, big boy. You ain't no skinny thing. I've worked, you know, this is how childish this grown ass, big ass man is over. This is how childish that Josh is. Oh, I worked as a nurse, but then I hurt my back. That's all you got? In Canada, a story, that's all you got? It's too bad, ain't it, Josh, that I'm not a criminal like you or a grifter, and that I'm an outstanding citizen that paid their taxes all their life and never got in trouble, unlike you, Josh, who's grifting off a 5-year-old little missing girl by attacking her parents and making up shit, right? Fat boy, you want to come at somebody over their weight? Look at you. You ain't no damn skinny thing. Neither is Justin. Justin ain't no little boy either. I would be very, very, very careful. Yeah, Josh ain't no skinny ass thing for him to sit over and talk shit about my weight. Him or Ziggy or Justin, either one. Ziggy sure don't need to be over there running her mouth. But no, she has went along with this whole attack on her sister, from Fat Boy Josh to Ugly Curvy to Snaky Josh, and and this is how my sister is. Like these people have nothing on me because it kills them. I think that's a lot because they're criminals, they're scammers, they're just really bad people, and they can't find anything bad on me. So they're using my divorce with my husband, like Josh Canada. Grow up, Josh. You scammed thousands of dollars off of your subscribers. You piece of lazy ass shit, you. You wished you worked half of what I've worked and paid my taxes in, fat boy. And I guarantee you, I might be hurt and not able to do anything, but your fat ass probably don't get up and do shit but sit behind that computer screen and obsess over Don Wells. Oh wait, Josh is mad because Don don't play in his little game no more. Because you know what I told Don to do? I said, delete his number out of your phone, Don. Delete people's numbers out of your phone. So delete people's numbers out of your phone so you don't call them. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to get mad, they want you to get upset, and they want you to react. Just like they do with me. So Josh has no content. So what? Guess what? Oh boy, Chunko, you want to sit and talk about other people's weight, chunky chunk? You don't have no content.
I promise you, I hit this button, and it just all it said was Daisy talking. And it's like, apparently I never took it off the board, and that was on there. I had no idea it was going to be like a 2-minute clip. I had no I really didn't. I had no idea it was that long. That was funny. I hadn't heard that in a long time. Damn. Served me, though. Chunky chunk. I like that. Chunky Chunk. What is this one?
I support abortion.
I forgot I did that. I forgot.
I support abortion.
That was my comeback. That after that entire diatribe of her just going off on me, and I was like, I'm gonna get you back, and I spliced this.
I support abortion.
You want to talk about petty? Oh man! Not only not only is that petty, that's hilarious. Oh my god! Oh man! Oh, that hurts. Oh, good Lord, that one hurt. It hurt very bad.
Not Christians, because she was literally blaspheming the Holy Spirit up on my panel. Blaspheming, 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 blaspheming.
I think she's right. I do need to grow up. That is just, oh God, I'm gonna die. Oh, that hurt. I just didn't see that coming. Mental. Let's see. Canadian Mama Bear gifted 5 Lab After Dark memberships. And V Crime Addict, thank you so much for your $5 super sticker. I appreciate that very much. Eric, that's Chunky Chunk. That's the one I couldn't think of last time. Chunky Chunk.
I support abortion.
Oh boy. If I grow up, she'll quit coming. Yeah, I think we settled our beef. Although I did talk about Benny the Bull, but I didn't make fun of Benny or anything. The bull, I don't think. I thought that the story was insanely crazy. And why do I look green? Like maybe I am getting sick to my stomach, Bob. What do you think, dude? Chunky Chunk. The trolls are come. Mods, get ready, because I have that somewhere. I'll have to redo it. But Chunky Chunk. Yeah, Benny was like needed it. Yeah, I used to kind of hold like my breath and about saying stuff about people because I'd be like, oh, I don't want them to say anything bad about me. And then like that has never stopped anybody. So like I just say whatever about anybody that I don't like. I like chunky men. I like chunky men too. Let's see. 14. What's so bright? Am I green again? Let me see. No, it's just too bright. It's bright, dude. I didn't mean that I love chunky men. I have friends. They're just friends. I think I'm the chunky friend though. Like that, I think. Like I have chunky friends, but like I think I'm probably the chunky chunk. Chunky Chunk does sound like a fire ass candy bar though. Dude, I'll tell you that, like right now. if there was a candy bar out there called Chunky Chunk, I would dig in. Big time, Randy. Like in a major way. Chunky Chunk. I forgot all about that. Like, no, I'm not going to say any. I remember one time I did this thing, and I think I'm going to bring it back. I'm definitely going to bring it back because I thought it was a great idea. It was like the stupidest shit of the week, or it was like the stupidest thing. It was like the top 5 dummies or something like that, where people, people could submit, like, I'm bringing this back, dude, because it was a great idea and it was very chat interactive. And you know me, on Lab After Dark, baby, we're all about the chat interaction. That's what we do here, right? I mean, sometimes I get going cross-eyed and I forget things, but we're bringing it back. Bringing it back. Because it was like, I thought it was good. And then I literally did my first show, and like Daisy launched an air assault at me. I mean, she went in. It was mental. And I was like, wow, I don't know how good this is going to go. This may go good. This may go bad. And I thought it went good. And then it went bad. Only because Chunky Chunk, Chunky Chunk, Chunky Chunk. But I'm bringing that back because that was a great idea. That was a brilliant idea, and people got to vote. Nobody gets charged to vote. People can just vote. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And then we can do like Dumbass of the Week or something, whatever. It's fun. And people can get as mad as they want because I don't care. I don't care if they get mad. I used to care if people got mad. I don't care anymore about that. Although that's not true though, because I am a little upset that Bob got made fun of, or that Bob was upset, and that that PG makes him sick, or that he's sick. Yeah, they're mad anyway. One of my favorite things on just really the internet or just in general is everybody is a narcissist or a scammer pedo. That's just it. That's everything. You know what I'm saying? But the narcissist tag gets thrown around so much. It's like, you're like, if somebody doesn't like you, they just say you're a narcissist. Well, crybaby. There are a lot of crybabies. I cry about stuff all the time. Not cry, but it's like everybody's a narcissist. Everybody's a whatever. And I'm not saying that there aren't narcissists, pedos, scammers, psychos, whatever you want to call it. However, it's so overused. It's like calling somebody racist now means nothing because everybody's called a racist in one way or the other. Unless you have somebody like Don who makes it very clear that he's a racist, and anybody that supports that, that's what you're supporting. But if you just say one thing and the person happens to not be of the race that you are, you're going to get called racist. Just how it is. Is it right? No. But everything has been diminished. And people are starting to realize, like, what we're doing here is, like, I say stuff, and I've said stuff, stupid stuff, since I was, I don't know, old enough to put a sentence together, just to be outlandish or just to get somebody to laugh or whatever. A speculation station is looking for ice cream. What kind of ice cream? But once again, it's the context is missing. All right. Like Malcolm X. All right. I always found this, right? When Malcolm X, like the one thing that people don't want are people to not be divided. It's a divide and conquer world. And people want pockets of, well, I'm with that person because that person doesn't like that person. I'm with this party because of that party, or I don't like this person, so I'm with that group. And it's like Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? Like Malcolm X used to be super divisive, and the government didn't care. They didn't give one shit about it. And then he remember when he went to Mecca and he came back and he was like, yeah, blah, 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 like we be together, white man, black man. And then they smoked his ass. It took that, you know, don't peace. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, do they? As soon as he did that, they killed him. Like shit. Not good. Not good. But it's like I said, it's a divide. And what was the canoe guy's name? Wasn't it Dragging Canoe? Took him out, dude. You don't want peace. Nobody wants peace. They want fighting. Fighting's entertaining. But that's what I'm saying. It can still be entertaining. If you want to talk crap to somebody, then talk crap to them. If you want to, make fun. But everybody gets so personal. It's just too personal for me sometimes. That's all I'm saying. Chunky Chunk is spoken. Dragging Canoe. Yeah. Chunky Chunk. Martin Luther King, like, I have a dream. And then they were like, you know what, dude? Yeah, look, I got nothing against Malcolm X. I think that there's a lot of people nowadays that think that they're Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and they're just not. They're divisive. They weren't, at one point Malcolm X was, but Martin Luther King was the antithesis of divisive. Like he was equal. He was for everybody. I mean, and that's a scary thing, like what if everybody got along? What if everybody saw eye to eye? It's just never going to happen. People don't get along. People don't see eye to eye. Some people are stupid. Some people are smart. Some people aren't as stupid, but still stupid. And there are some people that are just way too smart for their own good. And what ends up happening? Divide and conquer, Chunky Chunk. She'll never get Chunky Chunk out of her mind. But like, it's just, nobody getting along is just too, but here's the thing. You can't get along with people who are assholes. You can't get along with people who don't make any sense. It's hard to get along with them. So you just ignore them. Bob, this is for you, Bob. I'm going to help you just a little bit. I know you don't like me. I know Bob does not like me. Let's just put it that way. I'm pretty positive that he doesn't like me. Why he doesn't like me, I don't know. It's whatever. I could care less. But he being turned off by somebody, why watch him? Why watch him? I don't know. Usually I used to think that everybody like had some sort of value, like that everybody brought something to the proverbial table. And that's just not true. That's not true. There are people that take from the table that don't put anything into it. There are people that make people around them dumber and get up and leave the table. But not everybody brings something to the table, especially on social media, especially on YouTube. There are just melting pots of assholes and dummies everywhere. And I'm sure that, you know, in some way, I'm classified as that too, but I don't think that, I don't think that that's really important. All these little subsets of, I support this person, but I don't support that person. I don't know. I've never really gotten caught up in that much. Yeah, look, there is nothing that he can do to him. I try to stay off of Facebook. I have a Facebook. I don't post on it much. But, you know, how many people have tried to take on Mick Dunn? He only gets more popular. He only gets more people that enjoy his content. You know, he's just very steadfast in his stuff. He's not a bad guy. I know there are people that want to say that he's a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. He's a good guy. And I guess that's really what's annoying is like getting like in what universe would somebody like Peanut be able to even sniff somebody like CM's jock? You know, like you're a nobody. You're a loser. You're a 3-time loser. And you have the hubris to think that you're something. And I find that funny. Like I'm a nobody. There's no question about it. There is not a lot to me. I'm not that deep. I'm not that whatever. I can talk, and sometimes I make a couple points here and there that some people will agree with. I'm a nobody. But if I'm a nobody, what does that make him? Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Now I feel sick. Now I feel sick. It's just like it's just the funniest thing ever. I'm an shut up, you nothing. Look like you should be serving turkey legs at a medieval friggin' restaurant. Can I get you a turkey leg, sir? Yes. Now you nothing. You use real big words? No. First of all, I wouldn't eat at any restaurant that he was at, but I'm just saying. Like in this community, in this place, I'm just, you know, like everybody else. You know, I have a show, and a lot of people have shows, and you know, it's what I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like I'm nothing like that. I haven't spent my life in public service. Well, he lied. Good heart. I don't really take those compliments that well. I do appreciate them. I don't take them well. I don't always think I'm a great person. I don't always think I'm a good person. And if we're to be completely honest, and I'll just tell you, I sometimes I feel like a tortured soul. Why? I don't know. Sometimes it's just the way it is. I have demons like everybody else. I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine today, and she's fantastic and very strong person, and so like I said, I think that I work at it, but I fall short of it. And I guess that's really just how it is. But I do feel like a tortured soul sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. Sometimes it's more difficult than others. And seeing things that I shouldn't have seen, being in positions that I shouldn't have been in, just from like, when your own father kidnaps you, you're going to probably have some issues. And it was not just once. I mean, it was many times. There's so many things that's what I'm trying to say. And that when I've been through stuff, but I haven't seen what, people that have served in public service forever, and so I just kind of laugh at people who, mostly like self-inflicted people too, like they claim to be something that they're just not. And the thing is, I've never once claimed to be Mr. Fabulous or Mr. Popular or Mr. Whatever. I do have a certain arrogance to me when I talk about broadcasting, because I do think that I'm a pretty decent broadcaster sometimes. Sometimes I think I'm pretty good, and sometimes I'm like, dang, you sucked. But I think that overall, yeah, I kind of get annoyed with others that they suck so bad, and that people actually even 20 people watch them going, holy crap, 20 people are watching this person. Like, why? But I digress from that. But like, I've never claimed to be like this, like perfect, sanctimonious jerk off. But that's what people are desperate to hold on to something, anything, from any part of your life. Like, I've had people mock my quote unquote my life story, say that it's sympathy, or it's, what was it? Somebody said sob story. And I find it interesting that people go there, because I would never go there with anybody, ever. And that's just me. Now, if you want to talk personally, we can have a personal talk, but I've never, I don't think I've ever felt better than anybody in my life. I've never looked at somebody and said, you're pitiful, you're pathetic, or you're not on my level, or whatever it is that people think. I'm just a podcaster sometimes, who had kids too young and made a promise to take care of my family specifically my grandmother after my grandpa died. And that's what I do. It's what I've been doing. And doing these kinds of things frees it up a little bit more. The reason I didn't come on the air yesterday was because my grandma was in the hospital again, and she gets put in the hospital quite often. But I mean, she's doing okay. I had 2 shows planned. I was ready to go. And I was up all night with her because she didn't feel well. And then we made the decision to take her to the hospital. And, my day was planned. And as she gets older, she's 80 years old, and it just becomes more frequent, more often. And that's why I like the jokes like, oh, he lives with his grandma. Yeah, well, you have no idea what I do. You have no clue what I do. None. When my grandpa got Parkinson's, I helped my grandmother who couldn't take care of him. I helped her. And that was like a life-changing experience too. Dementia and Parkinson's, died at 75, might as well have been 99 years old. He looked 99. He acted 99. He was old. At 75, he wasn't that old. Like, 75 is not that old, but he was old, bro. Like, I'm telling you, he was sick. He was so sick. I've been to the gynecologist with my grandmother, yes. Yeah. Basically, look, I'm her caretaker. By the way, I do not get paid for it, nor would I ever ask to get paid for it. Ever. Never. And but that's why I had to cancel, But I don't want to make a spectacle out of it, because people just say, like, they just say that it was horse shit stuff. And even talking about my grandma, you're just like, your grandma, my grandma will whoop these people's asses. Like, she would take her walker and she would just run over any of these people, because it's so, I just don't make a spectacle of it. And it's tough. On my boys' mother, or their grandmother on the mom's side just passed away just a few days ago. And a lady that I've known for quite some time. She was 83 or 84, and her cancer had got the best of her, unfortunately, after like a really, really, really long battle. And they brought in hospice, and and I was talking to my kids about it, and they were really upset. Obviously, when you lose somebody, like, that's the tough part of loving somebody, is when they're gone. It's a very, very difficult thing to deal with, and it hurts like nothing, that you can't describe it. You cannot describe it. And I've always told them that I deal with older folks dying much better than I do young folks, obviously, for obvious reasons. Who am I to say if 82 is young or old? I don't know. I know that 82 or 83 is a pretty long life. And what I explained to them, though, was I was really hoping that this had resonated with them, and I think it actually did resonate with them, was that she was married. She had her children. She lived her life, her husband, all those things. And she died at home in her bed, surrounded by people that love her. And you can't ask for much more than that. I'm telling you. Like, that's the way. Nobody wants to die alone. You want to be surrounded by the people you love in your own home. A lot of people do not get to go that way. And when she was able to, I just tried to tell him, I hope that you guys understand that as sad as you are, and you are sad, no question about it, you'll be sad. It hurts, you're going to cry, all those things. It sucks. Yeah, this was on their mother's side, yeah. It sucks. You know, this lady, we'll call her Grandma Grace. She was there when Peyton was born, along with my grandparents. But I was, when we first left the hospital, we went and stayed with her folks because we didn't know, like, we had a little baby. We didn't know what the hell to do with him. We was just kind of like holding them, like, hey, what do we do now? And I remember she showed me a couple of, I don't know if this is the right thing. It worked at the time. Peyton's doing well. She told me, because I kept saying, he's just going through bottles like crazy. And she goes, here's what you do, son. She goes, you put some, she goes, you make him a rice bottle. And I was like, what the F is a rice bottle? I mean, I didn't say that. And that's really what it was. It was a rice bottle. And then she took the nipple of the bottle and she chopped it off. And she goes, feed him that. He'll sleep so much better. He'll be full. And it worked. It worked. I mean, it worked, dude. I was like, wow, bros. And, you know, she taught me how to comfort a baby because I had no idea. And I really love this lady, and I will miss her dearly, and think the world of her, and always have. And I know that my children are heartbroken, and they knew that it was coming, but there's a sense of, it's just kind of somber now. It's quiet, you know. It's very quiet. And yeah, it's terrible. It worked, man. He knocked him out. But as I was just kind of putting it together for him, because I was thinking about it as well, and I was like, living a long, fruitful life with your children, your grandchildren, being successful, and you can't ask for, like, and getting to pass at home in your own bed, surrounded by people that love you, like that is an amazing way to go. Because we all got to go. I think about this pops into my mind sometimes. We are all going there. And some of us go in many different ways. Unless we're abducted by aliens or caught in the rapture and blamed on aliens, kids go first. Shout out Miss Daisy.
I support abortion.
And so we're all headed there. She was in a lot of pain. She was tired. And when she told everybody that she wasn't going to do any more treatment, they didn't understand. And as soon as I heard it, as somebody who has seen this before, you know, younger kids won't understand it. But as soon as I heard it, I understood right away. Immediately. They said, well, she's refusing treatment. She doesn't want any treatment. And I said, yeah. And like, why? And I said, you'd have to be her. You'd have to have gone through what she was going through. That's not a decision people take lightly. It's not something that people take lightly, and you shouldn't. But that was her decision. But and I support it. I supported it. I was happy that she was able to go out on her terms the way that she did. God, only if we could all be so lucky, you know? I understood, bro. I understood. It just gets so, it's just so tiring. And the world the world really does. It beats everybody up at the very end. It's just like it's so weird that you come into the world helpless, completely helpless. And if you live long enough, you're probably going to be helpless again. It's just two very different ends, or two very different bookends, you know? And really what's in between is where the story is, but we all come into the world the same way. There's this saying, and I think it was Ruth is it Esther, Ruth? God dang it, I can't remember. Sorry for taking the lawyer's name in vain. But there's this saying in the Bible. I do not know the verse. I can't even remember the book. I think it's Ruth. They say, from dust we were made, to dust we shall return. Like, that is, I don't care if you believe in the Bible or not. That's true. Our body is just matter. That's it. That's it, dude. Such fragile bodies too. Like the most fragile. But yet really resilient in a weird way. Somebody could get stabbed 60 times and survive. Somebody has a brain aneurysm and they're gone. It's so mind-boggling. You think about that kind of stuff and you go, how does that make any sense? I don't know. It doesn't. I don't think it's supposed to. There's nothing to make sense of. There's nothing fair. I don't believe in karma in the sense that, you know, if you're a good person, good things happen to you. I do believe in energy and the things that you put out, but you can't explain to me why a 5-year-old little kid dies of cancer. And you want to talk about karma? You can't explain that to me. I can't. My head cannot comprehend it. It just can't. And then you have assholes that are healthy their entire life, And you're just like, how does that work? I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Like people that don't put their animals down. They try to extend their life as much as possible. I used to think that like that, I understood why they did that. And I do understand it. I just don't agree with it. Matter of fact, I think it's probably one of the most selfish things that you can do. You want to dope up a dog or your pet that you love dearly to make sure that they're there to comfort you. When in fact, you know that the dog is not doing well. I've had to make a few of those hard decisions. It's terrible to do. Sucks. But to sit there and feed it, here, take these pills and, maybe you'll get another 3 weeks. Like, what the hell are you doing? That dog, that animal was born to die just like the rest of us. It lived. Let it go. Now, unfortunately, you got people. The dog needs a kidney transplant. No, it doesn't. It doesn't need a kidney transplant or whatever. Whatever. It's like that little boy said. The reason dogs don't stay around as long as humans is because dogs are born good. They don't have to learn to be good. So they only need to be here for a short time. They're like a shooting star. It burns out really fast. Their star is so bright. Dogs are here and they're just like animals in general, really. I don't want to hear about your tarantula, but if you feel that way about your tarantula, fine. Or snake. I hate snakes, but yeah, I get it. They're part of God's creatures. And, but like I remember Maggie, my lab, I look back on that. It was like a 36-hour window of she just like when her back legs went out, and they had never done that and there was a thing, and I'll tell you something that used to make me sick, like actually give me a stomach ache, is when she would go into the kitchen and her back leg would give out. And I saw it. And this was about 6 months before she had, I had to put her down. She legitimately would, like, her back leg would give out, and I would look and I would go, oh my God. And I knew it was coming. I just didn't know exactly when. And I was like, oh no. And it, progressed. And then one day, she just couldn't stand up. And I didn't think she was going to turn a corner, but I was hopeful. And it was a long night. I got her to sleep and all that kind of stuff. And, woke up the next morning and she was trying to get up off of her bed. She just couldn't do it. It was just she was just trying so hard. And she couldn't do it. And she let out this kind of like groan. I'd never heard her do it before. She was so upset that she couldn't get up. And she just went, and she peed on herself. And she was an absolute lady. She was an absolute lady. And I knew when that happened that I just knew. And I took it literally within an hour. We were at the vet. It's day before Thanksgiving. day before Thanksgiving. And I laid there I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I remember just thinking about going, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to do this. Somebody's going to have to do this for me. I can't do it. And then when it all came down to it, I was like, well, there's nobody else to do it. There's nobody else here to do it. And you're my dog. Not in the gangster sense. She kind of was too. She was my little gangster, Maggie. She was, she was down, but she was just, the greatest. And having to say goodbye to her, I remember it broke my heart. I came home that day and I was just sitting there. I was sitting in the floor. I was on the floor with, myself. Usually when I would sit in the floor, it would be because, how does Curious with Curiosity gift themselves? How'd that happen? And Grandma turned on the TV. And it was the Andy Griffith Show, which I love the Andy Griffith Show. And, but it was about bringing home, I gifted myself a damn membership. I've never seen that. But it was about stray dogs. And Opie was wanting to, and I remember going, son of a bitch, are you serious right now? I was like, God, smite me, almighty smiter. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Curse with Curiosity. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Well, Curse is awesome. Mountain Cat says, does not emotional. Well, I'll tell you here. Let me tell you this. This is why. I don't know. I don't think anybody does. It's one of those things where, somebody says to me, I don't do good at funerals. And you're just like, what the hell? Who does good? Are there people out there that are just, I know that there are social people, but like if you're, like I get it, the whole thought of like wedding crashing and funeral crashing, but that stuff's not real. Nobody does good at things like that. Like that weddings are, a mixed bag, a happy, sad. When you're going to a funeral, and people, they do, it's a celebration of life. I like when people say it's a celebration of life, like whatever that means. I get it. Like you're celebrating somebody's life, but it's a funeral. It is a separation, right? And you're like, I don't do good at funerals. Like, no shit. I've never seen it in my life. I don't know how that happens. But it was the greatest. Like, that was the cool. Has anybody ever seen somebody gift themselves a membership? I've never seen that happen. I have never seen that happen. That was pretty genius. I've never seen that in my life. Yeah, Andy Griffith was cool. Let's see. I like the Andy Griffith Show. I like Barney. Barney's legit. And I'll tell you, the Waltons were on the other day, and it was like one of the early episodes. I'm telling you, Olivia is a dime. She is fire. And Mr. Walton is a lucky man. Don't worry, Linda knows I have a crush on Olivia Walton, even though she's like 99 years old now. Gorgeous lady. Just like way too good looking for Ralph White. I'm just saying, I like it. But come on. I tell Lynn, I tell Lynn, I go, isn't she beautiful? And calm down. That's what she said. Olivia Walton. She did run a tight ship, dude. I know. She didn't like when her kids would make moonshine. Oh, that's funny. No moonshines, you know. Yeah, she was pretty. I'm simmered. Well, you got to remember, I was raised by really old people. Some of the Little House on the Prairie. Dude, I was watching Highway to Heaven the other day. All this shit comes on the same channel. And what happens is, like, when I go inside or come home and I'll turn the TV on and nobody will be there. It was just me. And I'm too, like, I don't like channel surfing. I don't even like watching TV unless, like, you know, it's like a Netflix thing. But so, like, I'll turn it on and I'll be meaning to get to the sports channel just to check on scores, which I don't even check scores anymore, but I always think that I'm going to check a score. I'm like, yeah, let me turn on Sports Center. And then I never get there because friggin' Michael Landon rules the TV. Every time I see him with his fluffy hair, I'm like, well, let's see what Lando's doing. And it's on one of 3 shows. It's Bonanza, it's Highway to Heaven, or Little House. Love them all. However, one of the episodes the other day was like you couldn't write something more tragic. You know, I couldn't believe it what I was watching. It was a young Helen Hunt. She was playing like this horse rider, and she was in love with the rich man's son, but he was being married into, you know, another wealthy family. And he's like, all right, my dad's going to cut me off, but I'm going to leave her for you. And they run off and get married. And they run off and get married. And then she finds out that she, in the show, has cancer. So now she's got to tell her new husband, which she doesn't tell. She just breaks up with him because she doesn't want him to know. All right. So she just kind of trashes him and leaves him because she's so hurt and she's like, I'm dying anyway. Then it comes to find out that she's pregnant and that she has to have an abortion.
I support abortion.
To save herself. And she says, no, I'm going to have the kid and I choose to die during the delivery. And I'm going, what the freak am I watching? Oh my God, I am going to throw up. This is making me sick. Terrible story. I don't even know what happened because I turned it off. It was Highway to Heaven. Highway to Heaven. Helen Hunt. Look it up. It's the craziest story I've ever seen. Like, can you write a crazier, sadder story than that? It was terrible. I was so depressed. I was ready to just like walk into the river. I had to take a knee. I had to take a knee. That's what it made me do. I did. I took it. It was the worst ever. I had to take a knee. Oh, God, it was so terrible. The worst ever. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. You have a good night.